People in the valley, people in the valley, people in the valley, people in the valley. People in the valley.
Hi, I'm Becky.
And I'm Jan.
And we are People in the Valley. These parents, I was reading about that, the Vaughn gal, who's Lindsey Vaughn, who's going to be doing the skiing, and she's had all these accidents, and everybody's rooting for her. Mm-hmm. But her parents moved the entire family because when she was a teenager, she was showing some success in skiing to, I don't know where they moved, Colorado or somewhere. But I'm thinking, would I move if all of a sudden one of my kids showed some unbelievable talent? Would I go, okay, now we've got to move?
Oh yeah, how would you know?
Well, how do you even move? How do you do that? How do you just say, okay, we're going to move the whole family? Didn't Shaun White's family live in a trailer for a while, driving him around to things?
Yeah, that's doing a lot for your kids. I'm thinking when I had to get off the couch and drive them to a friend's house, I'm doing a lot.
I know, I was thinking these basketball tournaments, phew.
Oh, how much do we have to do? Parent pushing. I think it's more so the parent.
I wonder, though, your kid would really have to want to do that. They could rebel and say, I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, that was Andre Agassi. He, if you read his book, he didn't want to do it. He didn't even like what he did, but he was so good at it. He did it and made all his money on it. But 16 years, these kids are doing it.
I know, it's
their whole life.
All right. So, I don't know. How far do you push your kids?
Okay, last thing I want to know.
Do you push them in the pool? Make them swim? Love and logic. The consequences if you jump in the pool and you don't know how to swim, your lungs fill with water.
Oh yeah, I had to sign a contract the other day to get my dog groomed. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what are we afraid of with getting your dog groomed? Because I think when you got to sign a contract, you're afraid that something's going to happen.
My dog's getting groomed today. I don't know if
Did you have to sign something?
I'll see, because I'm going to take him later, but his nails are so long that...
Well, you probably have to sign something. And they said, they use equipment,
What equipment?
They use sharp equipment, they say.
Oh, in case they hurt you.
That was one thing, and then there was several other things, like they might get lice, because there's other dogs that are not lice. Fleas.
Lice, he's not going. Fleas? I don't care. In the winter? That's
there was just a whole list of things, and I was like, so I gotta sign this so that
there's always a risk. There's a risk for everything. You step out your door and you could be hit by a meteorite.
A contract. And if you sign a contract, you might not get hit.
Or you will, and no, you can't.
And I can't do anything about it.
I'm suing you.
I'm laying here.
Universal debris.
Because that one episode where we're talking about eating Vaseline, don't do that.
Well, it's not a cure for constipation.
We're going to have our audience sign a contract.
Do not eat Vaseline. And where depends if you have less than adequate bladder control.
Which I do now when I'm running. When we're playing Ultimate Frisbee, I'm like, excuse me, gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, you should be wearing Depends. Anytime you might jump, giggle, run a little bit. Do you remember when you were a kid and you ran everywhere?
Yeah. Oh, wait for me.
We just, we'd go, I gotta go to the bathroom. Everything's like, roll, I gotta get there. And then I remember thinking as a kid, we were in Disney World with my grandparents. They took me and my cousin.
Disney.
My cousin and I.
Everywhere then.
My cousin and me. My cousin and I. They took me, my cousin and me. So we go there and we're running to all the things and we're waiting for my grandparents. I'm like, why would they walk? Why?
The fastest way to get from point A to point B is run.
It never even occurred to me, well, maybe they're old and they don't want to run, or it hurts.
Maybe their bones hurt.
I just thought, why wouldn't they run? And then you wait to go to the bathroom at the last possible moment and run inside as fast as you could. And you didn't need Depends then.
It's like when I was 21 and I'd speed home on the highway just to get home and sit on the couch and watch TV.
What, this traffic sucks!
I know, get out of here. This traffic's driving me crazy. It's like waiting in line.
are people in the valley.